were asked to be this year's honorees in the context of a meeting that was really about something else.
That made us very nervous.
That's right. I think it was about board selection. I don't remember exactly what it was about, but Scott and Morty and Amiel came to our home.
Very late at night.
Right? And we sat and talked about something else for about a half hour.
And they all took very copious notes as if what we were talking about, they were taking really seriously.
And then at the end of that, Scott turned to us and asked us about being honorees at the dinner, which actually it surprised me that we didn't see that coming, since I've done this many times to other people, but I've never been a victim myself.
It's going to be very nice that our whole family is going to come. Because our whole family is going to come.
I think that it's just a really nice thing after they put in so much work over the past decade.
They have brought the shul to an amazing place. The amount of members, the amount of people, the amount of spirit in the shul, I believe is really due to the rabbi and the representative.
Very sensitive and very approachable. So much so that you feel comfortable asking questions.
When you talk to them, they really have a warmth to them, and when they ask you how you're doing, things like that, they really are asking because they want to know.
They're able to kind of connect with all different ages of people in the shul.
When David and I got engaged, we got engaged pretty late at night when I returned home from a school trip, and somebody called the Glasser home. And all I heard was shrieking from the Rebbetzin, and 3 seconds later the rabbi come flying into my house.
Our oldest son is adopted, and when he was about to turn bar mitzvah, there were issues that he had to deal with that the average bar mitzvah boy doesn't have to deal with. And Rabbi Glasser sat down and spoke with him and went through everything, and Eitan tells us frequently how amazing Rabbi Glasser was in clarifying some of the issues and just making him really feel comfortable with where he was at the time.
Over the last few years, unfortunately, both of us have lost parents, and the rabbi and the rebbetzin have been there for us.
A few months ago, my son Chaim, who's 6, asked me a question on Friday night on the Parsha, to which I didn't know the answer, and I suggested that maybe tomorrow morning after davening we'll ask Rabbi Glasser, which we did. When it was our turn to ask the rabbi the question, he looked at my son as if he was the only person in the entire room. My son asked the question, and Rabbi Glasser thought about it, and he said, "I'll have to think about it more. Let me research it. When I find an answer, I'll let you know, and I'll even make a drasha out of it." And when he said that, my son felt like $1 million.
So the pasuk says in Parshas Beha'oscha, by Aaron HaKohen, Shalcha Gedol HaMishlahem, and that is the continuity of the juxtaposition of the spirituality, of the individuality, of the quintessential vicissitudes of life experience. The aspirations and dreams and other words I don't know. And and this is what makes us unique.
Following in the footsteps of someone who was pretty much an icon here for 3 decades, those are hard shoes to fill. And he did so very gracefully with a lot of respect for his predecessor as well.
11 years ago, I walked into Rabbi Levine's office, who was the director of placement at Yeshiva University. He told me there were 2 positions that he wanted to talk to me about. One was an assistantship in a very large shul, and one was the rabbi of the Israel of Passaic Clifton, which was a smaller shul. He told me that if I went to the larger shul, I would be able to work under the mentorship of a seasoned rabbi. And if I went to the Israel of Passaic Clifton, I'd be on my own, but I'd have a chance to build something. And I asked him which one was better, what's the ideal path for one's development in Rabbanos. And he gave me a very wise answer. He told me it depends on your personality. And I looked at him without skipping a beat, and I said, I want to build.
It's welcoming. I think that one of the most special parts about the YIPC, which has been since I was a kid, is that kids feel like they have a place to be.
Special.
special place that I want to go to.
Memories.
The first thing I remember is a really long time ago when all the kids would come and we would decorate the sukkah.
I think something that's special about the YIPC is how diverse it is. There are people from all over, all different spectrums and walks of life, and I think that's something a really special community to grow up in.
When I think about the Young Israel, I also think about the children, the next generation, and how special it has been over the years for us to be a welcoming place for the entire family. When we had the groundbreaking and saw all those children with their hard hats on and excited about a hole in the ground and the potential to build a new building, and then to see it realized dancing through the streets with Haknasa Sefer Torah to our new building and all the children excited about it, and then to see them use the building, the classrooms, the shiurim for children in our various programs.
I think a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds just can come there and be who they are and feel comfortable and not have to worry about fitting into a certain mold.
I think the word is vibrancy. I think the new building has awakened within our shul a sense of vibrancy, and you see it everywhere.
It's a real makom tefillah.
I love how the shul building reflects the values of the shul. I love how all of the seats, everyone is sort of circled around the center.
So having a new building is just incredible because it's really our home.
It's much more than bricks and mortar. It's an indication that we're here to stay and we're growing.
The building is more than just a structure. The building is really becoming a vehicle for us to actualize the potential that is within the shul, and it will continue to do so.
It's a dream come true.
Both the rabbi and Reb Glasser have put the Young Israel on the map.
The next 3 to 5 years are such special years for the Young Israel as we grow into our new building, with new families, with a greater role that we play in the broader Passaic Clifton community. We have such opportunity ahead of us.
We really hope to see the shul kind of continuing along the trajectory that it is now. I think continuing to radiate with the values that I think are so essential to our shul, to be a place of inclusion, to be a place where everyone can feel comfortable, to be a real focal place for the youth in the community, to be able to have events, I think, again, that really reflect the unique character of our shul, and just to continue to grow that way. That's really what I would hope we could do.
I think the shul is going to develop more in terms of its focus on Limud Torah. I think there'll be more shiurim, more opportunities to learn as we develop the Beis Medrash, as we develop more outlets for different types of learning, of connecting, of chesed opportunities, as we develop different and diversified ways to engage the different constituencies that comprise the shul, the different age groups, the different family structures, all the different types of people that find their home in YIPC.
What a privilege it is for us to be together at this time and think towards our future.
I really believe that it's going to become a real example in the larger community of how a shul could really be a foundation for Kehillah.